What's up, and welcome to this week's episode of How Not to Summon a Dungeon Master. And welcome to the very first episode of Season 2 of The Search for Ciri. So it was a little while ago where we were with The Witcher, and we're picking up where we left off, which was you vacated the Bloody Baron's premises, quite in silence because of the trauma suffered during the Dryad encounter, and you marched for a few weeks to the city of Novigrad, where the Baron told you Ciri had left his premises and had gone searching for a sorceress/witch known as Triss Merigold. That is where we left off. Can you all give me a insight check into Novigrad?
You threw
One
me
of
off.
you is from Temeria, aren't you? If you are from Temeria, roll with advantage.
Oh, okay.
16.
16.
You have thrown me off this by going early on the old...
17.
That is a natural 20.
Okay. Dimdish, the trader that he is, will relay this information to you as you're approaching Novigrad. So Novigrad is a sprawling, vibrant city located in the northern region of Temeria. It is the largest city and the capital of the area. It's a bustling hub of trade, commerce, and cultural diversity. The city is surrounded by towering ancient walls that once stood for centuries. And within these walls lies a maze of narrow streets, grand plazas, and imposing buildings that reflect the city's long and storied history. The architecture of Novigrad is a captivating blend of medieval, Renaissance, and Gothic styles, with ornate churches, bustling market squares, and imposing administrative.
How much did you have to drink last night?
It's been a long day. Buildings. Adding to the city's unique charm, the city is also home, or was also home, to a diverse population with humans, elves, dwarfs, and gnomes. However, because of recent occurrences and the control being handed over to King Radovid, the outside of the city walls now hosts non-humans. Small settlements have begun to spring up around the outside of the walls, where all the non-humans have been drove out from the city and their homes. What once was a beautiful surrounding countryside is now scattered with small settlements. You are approaching the edge of one of the said small settlements, now heading towards a bridge that will take you into Novigrad.
What time of day is it?
You will say you arrived early morning. You have been walking for a few weeks, so you've timed it just right to sort of get there early day.
Is there, so although you say settlements, is there like traders and stuff there? Do they seem like they're still surviving?
Yes, so what they're doing, if they were a tradesman within the walls, you can see that they are doing their best to still do their craft as best they can.
Okay.
So you will see sort of dwarfs hammering at iron and things like that, but obviously they've been drove away from their actual workshops and they no longer have the supplies they once did.
Right, okay.
So are these rushed up buildings or like tents and marquees?
There's tents, marquees. A few of them have obviously attempted to build like wooden structures and things like that,
right,
because they're obviously under the impression that they're in for the long haul, that they're not going to be able to get back into the city, they're not going to be able to get back home. A few non-humans still live within the city walls. It's not all of them that have been drove out. It seems to be that the wealthy or powerful non-humans have managed to keep their place within the walls.
You say there's traders here, like basic traders.
Yes, very basic. Yeah.
Could I maybe have a look around to find one that has a cloak?
A cloak. You can. I mean, part of your gear would have a cloak.
Okay.
Anyway, I would say a witcher would always
Because
conceal
I just
himself
want to
with cloak.
hide the swords and
Yeah.
maybe my face and the hair.
Yeah.
That
'Cause
might be a
it's a dead
great idea
giveaway.
for me
I
as well.
would say you definitely would have a cloak. I'd say you definitely carry a cloak, given the situation in Temeria at the minute and the fact
Yeah.
that you really don't want to do much magic in these parts.
No.
I'm out and proud.
Yeah, I would. Say, yeah, I'd say you're the only one who probably doesn't have a cloak.
You're not in eyeline
I
levels,
can't
so you're
hide my
fine.
height.
He's a stout man.
I am.
No, but you're a financially stable dwarven man who might be able to get into the city because of your trade.
Oh, we should be good.
The ones that have been kicked out are clearly the ones that would have lived in the slums and bits and pieces anyway of Novigrad.
Gonna have to deal with this.
So, is there guards to get through the gate? What does it look like? Is it big
Yeah,
doors?
so there's a massive moat that surrounds the very front city walls of Novigrad.
Yep.
With one large... There's a few gates, actually. There's a few bridges from different points of the city.
Right.
But the back part of the city is the sea. Large cliff face and sea.
Right.
But you can see, stationed at one of the bridges going into the gate,
Yeah.
is a little desk
Yeah.
and a soldier sitting at it.
Okay.
There is a small queue as well.
Oh, there's a
God,
queue.
what the hell?
Very small one. There's
Oh.
a
So we
few
need-
people.
I guess we queue.
Well, the thing is, we're looking for Ciri. We've been told that this is the next place for Ciri. Doesn't mean to say she got in.
That's
So
a good
would it be
point.
a good idea if we talk to
Is
a
there-
couple of the settlers first?
I'll grab some guy on waiting in the queue.
Okay. In the queue.
Yeah,
a chap in the queue.
yeah,
So this will be a human then that's
All right,
standing in the
I'll
queue,
tug on his cloak.
and he spins around.
Here, excuse me, down here.
He goes, what?
Can I help?
Aye, sorry to interrupt your queuing. We're looking for a tavern potentially outside the city at the moment. Do you know where there is one?
There's taverns about, but they're in small villages a little bit out of the way.
Do you know anywhere where there's a gathering point that people meet up outside the city?
Outside? No. Nobody really gathers outside. There's a lot of plazas inside the city where people congregate.
All right, maybe I'll turn back to these guys. Thank you very much. Maybe we should go to the plaza and see what's going on.
I'm just going to quickly scoot into that conversation. What is the criteria to get past this lady at the desk?
The soldier.
Is it a lady? I can't remember.
Yes, with the computer.
Yes, I thought secretary-wise.
It's a man.
Computer
Oh,
says no.
whoops. My bad.
It's a very gruff, scarred, balding.
Oh, he's
Definitely
soldier
not the
sitting at his
secretary I was
desk.
picturing in my head.
You've asked him how to get.
What is the criteria?
Well, basically, he'll ask you something, and then you just got to answer him, and then he'll let you in.
Questions 3.
Have we
sort
got
of thing.
to bring something to the city to be able to enter?
Like pay a city tax. Yeah, there's a city tax. Yeah,
How much is city tax?
2 gold to get in.
So it's like a fairground ride.
Great, and nobody's happy about getting on.
Okay. By any chance, have you seen a teenage girl, white hair,
No.
within the past couple of weeks?
No, nobody with white hair. No, I'm new to Novigrad as well. That's why I'm queuing.
Well, where are you coming from?
Why?
I just want to know. I'm from Skelliger.
DM's got to think of something.
I'm just coming from a little village from this region. Why?
Be more precise. I love fucking up with Sheeny here, but
It's a small village called Ivalo.
oh, Ivarlo.
Ivalo, yeah.
Do I recognise it?
No, you wouldn't.
All right,
This is a tiny village in the middle of
all right. Fair enough.
a random area.
Is it like a one-person village?
No, it's just a very small village.
Fair enough.
Is this to DM, not to the guy?
Yes.
Does the queue look long, and does it look like many people are going to join?
No, there's only 2 people ahead of you.
Okay, lovely. I think we need to...
Just queue.
What does your character look like?
You can't say that.
Ginger? Short ginger hair?
Could you pass for human?
Yeah, I
She
look
is
human.
in all ways human. However, she is exceedingly beautiful because witches sacrificed everything to become what they are.
I'm a wood elf.
I will pick mud up and throw it on her face.
But she is a wood elf. So she's a non-human, but
But my
you
ears...
want to throw mud at her.
My ears
Okay.
are what give me away, so my hair covers
So
them.
the Witcher bends down, grabs a clump of mud, and just shoves it straight in your face. No warning.
We're on a bridge. The only thing that's going to be on a bridge is shit.
That'll be mud.
Oh.
There's mud that people have draped across.
Fair enough.
What the fuck was that for?
We need to get into the city. You are the only one here that looks human. You will be the mouth.
I
We
don't think
cannot
they...
have you looking as exceptional as you do. You need to blend.
I mean, through that compliment...
That was kind of a backwards compliment.
yeah.
There was a bit of
While
affection
I'm
in there.
mushing mud down her face slowly.
I don't know whether they're
You
going to
look
let me into
exceptional.
this city being as dirty as I am now.
They will.
Can he just look further down the queue and see the shit-covered peasants? And be like, I think you'll blend in.
There is a slum. The outside of the inner walls are slums.
Okay. Fine.
Go speak with the guard.
And I'll give you 2 gold.
Okay, I'll get in.
Get us in.
We need a queue. Like,
Okay, so slowly the 2 people ahead of you, they go through the gates, they pay their fee, they walk in. You can't really hear what the guy was saying because he's kind of mumbling at his desk. You approach the desk with these 2, I guess, a little bit further behind. And the guard doesn't even look up. He just state your name and your business.
oh,
Ren.
Right. He doesn't even look up. He just writes your name down on a sheet. And the reason you're here, please.
business or pleasure? I feel like this would take too long.
You should have given me more information.
At this point, he looks up. Business, please.
Assistant, can I just poke in?
And
I'll
he
just
looks round the side of Ren and sees you.
Apologies for my assistant here. Brewer.
Wait your turn, please, sir. Wait your turn.
Yeah, I'm his assistant.
So you're together.
All
So
three of us.
he
are.
leans around again. State your name and the reason you're here.
Dimdish stout drinker here for sales business.
And what is your trade, sir?
Brewer.
Very well. 2 gold each, please.
Pop my 2 gold on the thing.
Pay it.
Okay. And
Yeah.
the 2 of you get a stamp on your hand. So you can enter the city.
We forgot about this bugger.
Don't worry.
You approach the table.
I do.
He stabs the
He
table.
doesn't look up. He just, again, you hear him repeat. State your name and your business, please.
Say Geralt of Rivia.
David,
And your business, David.
I'm a trainer in sword combat.
Did you say trader or trainer?
Trainer.
Trader. Where are your goods, please, sir?
And I will pull the sword off my back.
Oh shit.
The normal
Okay,
looking
not
one.
the silver sword.
No.
Okay.
And show him my goods.
Sir, you only have 1 sword.
My wagon is late. It will be arriving tomorrow.
There is an extra fee, sir, for wagons.
Pay it
I
in time.
will come back out and secure that fee when it arrives tomorrow.
Very well. 2 gold, please, sir.
And I'll hand him 2 gold.
He doesn't even look up at you. He
Probably for the
you put your
best.
hand out, he stamps your hand. This guy is very not bothered about his job.
So
And-
middle management, what we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier.
And you wander into the city. It becomes very apparent that you are in the slum section. This is dirty, filthy, muddy,
I blend in.
full of what you can see is just poor people, poor humans. You also pass one man standing on a box shouting God knows what about the eternal fire. You've never heard of it, but it seems to be he's preaching about the eternal fire. And he has like maybe 2 people listening to him.
I'm not listening. That is not my god. Witcher. Ren, I feel like we should go to the main plaza. From there we can actually get an idea of what we need to do.
Do you think I need to keep this mud on my face?
100%.
My poor hat is covered in mud now. What does he think to this?
He says nothing.
Is there nobody else wearing hats in here?
Not at the minute.
Oh my god.
You're in the poor section. Can't afford
Does
hats.
he clean
They've all got
himself?
flat caps.
Does he clean himself?
He
Surely
You
he'd
don't
shake like
know-
a dog
You
or
don't
something.
know how, but he just randomly, when you're not paying attention, he's just clean again. You're not sure how it happens.
But the mud is still on my face.
It is, yes.
Ugh.
I feel like that should be the main place, so shall we go? Also, I need to get...
Now, this city is large. There are a few plazas and squares and bits and pieces, so it's going to take some time, or you're going to have to ask somebody.
What, to find the plaza?
Or just to get a general direction of where you're going. This is a maze of streets.
What's the closest person to us?
There's a lot of poor people knocking about.
I'm just going to grab one of them.
Okay, so
Not
you,
like physically.
you
Just be like,
approach a
"Hello."
beggar who's
Yeah.
sitting on the floor.
I will give them 1 gold.
Okay, you place a gold in the beggar's hand.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any information on the plaza, where we are, in regards to the plaza, and have you seen a blonde girl, white-haired girl called Ciri?
Well, miss, there's loads of plazas round here, but you're just in time for the burning at Hierarch Square.
Burning?
What?
Can you
Yeah, they found some of those witches. They're burning them now.
Oh!
I hope you don't react like you just did in person.
You can't tell I've got shitloads of mud on my face.
You're welcome.
It's a good job, because that
And
reaction...
he gives you a general direction of where Hierarch Square is.
Okay,
Right.
we should probably go see
If
this.
you're quick, you'll catch it. You'll catch the burning.
Are you not allowed to go?
We don't venture into the richer parts of the city. We're not allowed. The witch hunters, they keep us out.
How can they detect a witch?
I'm not a witch. They just don't like poor people.
You said they're witch hunters. So
The
I was
witch
just-
hunters.
yeah.
When Radovid took over, he brought in his elites. The witch hunters. They're not
Okay.
like normal soldiers. They know how to deal with witches.
Oh, okay, but how can they tell?
We
who a
don't
witch
know.
is?
They're trained to find them.
Well, I've
They're
heard...
everywhere. They wear brown leather jackets. You can't miss them.
Okay.
Sounds very brown shirty, but okay.
Very well. Yeah, point us in that direction, please.
And he points you into the direction of Hierarch Square.
Okay.
We should definitely go see this.
Yeah, especially because we need to look for Triss. So,
Yes, certainly. Just to make sure that she's not on the stake.
yeah.
Witcher, are you coming for this burning?
And I'll just nod.
Okay.
So you make your way to Hierarch Square. And as you're walking through the city, you can see that the streets change from mud to cobbles, and the houses get a little bit more updated and modern, and you can tell that you're starting to enter the inner circles of the city where let's say the more comfortable mid-level people live.
They aren't all covered in shit.
And suddenly you round a corner and it opens up to this vast square in front of you. And you see a big crowd of people gathered. And over the top of them on a stage on the square, you see 2 pyres. And attached to those pyres is a man and a woman. You can't really make out who they are. You don't know who the woman is. You wasn't sure. You wasn't given any details about what Triss looks like. So you're not sure if this is Triss or not. And standing in front of the 2 of them at the pyres is a hulking man with a great big scar running down his face. And he's talking to the crowd. Do you listen in?
Yeah.
So he addresses the crowd. Standing here before me are 2 sinners, 1 witch, and 1 chemist, alchemist. Under the rules of King Radovid, we don't allow that, and we will burn them all.
We should probably have a look at
The
people.
crowd cheers,
Lovely.
celebrating, jeering on as the man picks up the flaming torch and begins to light the pyres.
One of the, because I'm guessing we're right at the back.
You are?
I'm just gonna sort of tap somebody on the shoulder and be
Yeah.
like, "Great burning, innit?" Do you know who these are?
Yeah, that's a witch, and that's an
No.
alchemist.
Do you know their names?
No. Why do we care? We're just here for the burning.
Well, don't you want to
Can they all have,
celebrate?
like, flags and like foam hands?
Don't you want to celebrate by
Vuvuzelas.
like naming them so you know exactly how many have been burnt?
No, we don't care.
Can there be like a pile of burnt
The witch
witches?
hunters found them, and now they're burning them.
Oh, okay. So is it odd question? So the witch hunter that finds them, is that the one that gets to burn them?
No, that man up there, that's Caleb Mengi. Caleb is the leader of the witch hunters. He's the head man.
We probably should remember that name.
Okay.
Is that someone we would have heard of before?
Caleb Mengi. Give me an insight roll.
No.
19.
What did you get?
3.
Okay.
12.
So, yeah, with a 19, you'd know quite a bit about Caleb Mingy. He rose very quickly through the ranks of the military for King Radovid, and was basically, through all of his success in the war, was anointed this spot as the head witch hunter. Something isn't right with Caleb Mingy, though. There's rumours going around about him that he's not... People have seen him do things that normal men shouldn't be able to do.
Right.
But nobody has a decisive story on what these things are. They just say that he is unusually powerful.
Right.
For just a human.
What's he look like?
Huge, hulking, large man, massive red scar that runs from the top of his forehead through his eye and down the side of his face. He's bald, but he carries a hat with a feather in it. He is wearing the long brown trench coat.
He's a troll. Hidden, but he's a troll.
He's not... Trolls are in this world, but he's not big enough or ugly enough to be a troll. He is just a big dude with a massive sword in its sheath.
Can I have a look at these two people that they got on these stakes?
You can. Give me a perception.
13?
Yeah, so the man is an older gentleman. He's got a big grey beard. Clearly looks like your stereotypical, this guy sits in a lab and makes potions kind of.
Merlin.
Yeah, that sort of Merlin-esque style. He's obviously currently ablaze.
He's currently ablaze.
Yeah, they've already lit the fire and it went up quick.
I bet it did.
But you can make out his face as the terror consumes him.
Lovely. Just what I wanted.
And the female, she has long blonde hair. And not ashen, not white. She has long blonde hair. You would say she isn't... You'd look at her and go, witches are normally more beautiful than that. It's not a stab at her or anything.
She's not hot enough.
You would look at her.
She's hot enough now.
You would look at her and go, I'm not convinced that she's a witch.
Was it a Duncan that got her?
So we're not sure.
Old-fashioned Duncan.
But just going by the pretext that witches and sorceresses are absolutely stunning, you'd look at this woman and go, yeah, she's pretty, but she's not that level.
How many guards are there around this area? There must be quite a few.
A lot.
Right?
There's probably about 10 to 12 guards standing around monitoring the crowds.
Bloody hell.
And they're all wearing the long brown. The witch hunters have gathered.
What about local town guard? Are there quite
There
a few?
are also town guard knocking about as well.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm just going to... I'll finish my conversation with this guy, but one last question. Do they have like a regular burning? Or is it that as soon as they get captured, they burn them? Do you know when the next one is?
Well, they go on trial.
Right.
But...
Do we witness that too?
None of them ever make it through the trial. They're all found guilty. We've never seen anybody convince them otherwise.
Do you know when the next trial is?
No, I don't think they found any more at the minute. They're becoming few and far between now. Like...
All I can think of is Monday. Burning live.
All right, thanks. I'll let you get back to your burning.
He turns back and watches the fires.
With his foam hand.
Foam hand.
It just says burn, baby, burn.
I'm just going to whisper to these two and say that
Yeah.
I don't think that's Triss.
Well, if it is, we're a bit late.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
But
How loud do you say that?
I just said I whispered it to these two. I did say I whispered it.
So a small child turns around. Excuse me, did you say Triss?
Yeah.
And he ushers you to come closer. He ushers you to come closer
I didn't
to
say
him.
her surname. It could be any Triss. Yeah.
Are you looking for that sorceress, Triss?
Oh, no, not her.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Triss is a really nice lady. She's helped a lot of people around here.
Is that her on the stake then?
No, she's got red hair.
Oh, okay.
What's your feelings on this burning?
We're not allowed to have an opinion on the burning.
But what's your opinion on it?
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm a kid.
That's good. Do you want to...
Where's your parents?
Watching the burning.
Can you point to them?
Then he points out to a man and a woman who are
On stage.
who are transfixed. Watching the burning up close.
No, I meant like a
And
distance.
he points to a couple that are transfixed on the fire. They're just...
Are they far away from us?
They're far enough away that they haven't noticed that you're talking to this child.
What
They
has...
look like they're enjoying it.
Not really. No, they've got
So they
quite a
look
solemn
uncomfortable.
look on their face. Yeah.
Okay.
What did Triss do for you?
Nothing for me really, but I know she helped a lot of people around here. She heals and helps the poor and sick.
Have you
Where
seen her?
is she now then?
He ushers you closer, and
I look so predatory with this child.
she lives in a house just off Hierarch Square, just through that alleyway over there, through the double gates. That's where the last place that everyone knew that Triss lived.
We thank you very much, young lad.
And he nods and he returns to his parents again.
Right, let's go find her to burn her.
I want to look back and see, does he look like he's now chatting to his parents?
No, he's just standing next to him.
He doesn't look suspicious.
Nope.
Sorry, I was tempted just to be like, right, let's go find her for burning. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'll make my way to the alley he pointed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go.
I'll stand at the mouth of it and have a really good look around.
Give me a perception check.
I'm doing the same thing. No, I'm not.
17.
10.
12. Not really.
What was yours again, sorry?
17.
Right, with a 17, so you two don't hear anything. With a 17, though, you can hear some movement coming from behind the gates that the kid said. Just down the alleyway through the gates. You can hear behind the gates there's some movement.
Does it sound metallic or clothy or rustling?
No, it sounds like at least a couple of pair of feet shuffling around.
Okay. I will pull... No, I'll put my hand on one of my swords.
Yep.
Show yourself.
And you hear a voice come from behind the gate. Here, George, there's somebody outside. Don't worry about it, Phil. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just keep looting.
I will go open the gate. Is it locked?
No, it's open. You open the gate, and before you looks like just a house that's just been torn apart. There's boxes and crates smashed open everywhere. There's furniture that's been thrown through windows.
A scuffle.
It looks like this place has been turned over.
Drop everything and leave now.
And the two, what you would assume raiders, turn around and look at you. We ain't done nothing wrong. We're just... This place has already been turned over anyway. There's nothing left.
And I will slowly start pulling out my sword so they can hear the metal scraping.
And they sort of freeze on the spot.
Drop it and leave.
And one of them who's holding a crate drops it on the floor. What do you want to do? What's your business?
None of yours.
And he
And
turns
I'll
to look.
carry on pulling the sword out.
And he looks at the other one, and the other one sort of nods at him and goes, "Are you looking for Triss?
What do you know of this woman?
Well, if you leave us alone, we'll tell you exactly where she is."
How about you tell me and you leave with your heads?
Give me an intimidation check.
It was more of persuasion, to be honest.
13.
And yeah, that's enough for one of them to turn around and go, all right. You need to find the King of Beggars. He took Triss in when the witch hunters found out where she lived. He runs the underworld here.
And how do I get access to this man?
Excuse me, Witcher. We actually have a contact for a beggar that we kind of spoke to earlier. Might be able to help us.
You need to find Putrid Grove. That's where he hangs out. It's in the slums.
And what does he look like?
I've never seen him in person. I just know the King of Beggars runs it. He does all the dealings.
How long ago was this house ransacked?
literally a few days ago. We came here looking for something and there's nothing left.
Then I suggest you leave.
And they do. They turn and scurry off.
I really want to trip him as he goes through the door.
Headbutts the gate.
I have a quick question.
For them?
No, for you.
Okay.
You said that Caleb wears a hat with a big feather in it.
He does.
What did my hat think to that?
You were too far away, really, for it to
Notice.
be a problem.
I thought you were about to say to see. I was like, that means the hat has eyes.
No, you were too far away. I mean, you were right at the back of a crowd, and and he was up on a stage in the middle of the square.
You know, we were walking for like days or weeks.
Weeks, yeah.
Did we ever actually address the fact that the hat took over her body? And
No, but you can all communicate with Derek now. Got his name right.
first time. No, I don't think we'll address it.
No.
To be honest, I feel like it's a bit weird.
Derek's pretty silent, really, unless you actually engage him in conversation. He's not really.
I don't want to talk to Derek.
no,
I'm
that's
on about
fair
like
enough.
the fact that she lost her head and it was replaced with a hat.
The awkward bit is that he will, when he's talking to one of you, all will hear.
Oh, that's good. At least I'll know if he's talking about me. Right. We should probably go and find the King of Beggars.
So is that back in the bit that we first come through once we got
So
past
you-
the soldier?
You just know it's in the slums somewhere.
Is that what the slums is? That first
Yes,
bit,
it's
ring
it's
bit,
the very early bit to as you walk within the city walls.
where
yes.
I paid that
What was
guy
it
1
called?
gold.
Putrid Grove,
Putrid Grove.
Is that
Lovely
road
place.
or street in there?
It's a grove.
just a location
In there.
within the city where the King of Beggars has set up shop.
Here,
Oh, okay.
you've got a contact, strangely enough, which you paid a gold.
Yes.
Maybe we should go and speak to him about finding Putrid Grove and the King of Beggars.
Yep.
So-
I'll have a little look. I won't go in.
Yeah.
But I'll have a little look at this ransacked place.
Yeah, so you cast your eye over it. You don't need to roll for this. You cast your eye over it, and this place has just been turned over. There's nothing left. Everything is broken, smashed. There is nothing that remains in this house. It's been well and truly gone through.
Can I have a quick look round to see if there's any hidey holes or anything like that that have...
Yeah, there's nothing. It's just a normal house
Ah, fair
with a
enough.
courtyard that you found these two men in.
Fair enough.
As you're looking round, you hear a voice from the gates, and you spin around. A Witcher. Hello, Witcher. You turn to see the face of Caleb Mengi standing there
How does
at the
he
gate.
know?
Is he alone?
He's got 2 guards with him.
What do you think? This dick ain't going to be alone anywhere.
I will look him up and down.
You size him up. He's a big dude.
The famous Caleb. A pleasure.
What brings a Witcher here to Novigrad?
Gold.
There are no monsters around here, Witcher. We dealt with them ourselves.
But I'm sure you would pay for the head of witches.
Hunting witches now. It's not something a Witcher does, nor does he carry companions.
A witcher will do what he has to do to get paid.
Using them. And then he looks at you both and up and down. And he glances at you for a long time. Pretty companion you have there.
What do you think?
Thanks.
I'm also
the
pulling a
dwarf
face.
is a good-looking man.
Thank you very much. I try to keep my hair in shape and everything.
He does not look amused. He just looks, and then he looks back at Ren again. Who are you?
I'm Ren.
Just Ren?
Yeah, my family didn't have much of a name.
Where are you from, Ren?
The slums.
These
Not-
slums?
No, not these ones.
And he looks back at you, Witcher.
Convincing.
I felt convincing.
Any problems you have or any information you might have, please contact me.
Of course.
And he produces a card for you and gives you the card. And it basically is the location of the witch hunters' fortress that they've set up within the city. Find a witch, bring her in. I have lots and lots of gold.
I'm glad to hear it.
And he turns and walks away.
Lovely to meet you.
Thanks for the compliment.
Yeah, thanks.
She just walks away.
I'm trying to egg him. I'm trying to. Oh, we're gonna kill him, right? Like, at some point, this guy's gonna.
I genuinely don't know any places in the Witcher
And
universe,
I
so I
will
had to come up with something.
Unpuff my chest.
Let all the air out, the gut comes out.
Girdle blooming breaks at the same time. Hey, he's been in the back of a cart for probably about a month.
Was that convincing enough?
No,
No.
no, not at all. I even know what you are, and I wasn't convinced.
I felt like I did all right.
You did poorly. You need to get your story straight.
Or a story.
Any story will do.
Yeah. How about being my fucking brewing apprentice?
You asked where I was from, not what my job is.
Hey, how about you could have said Skelliger?
Because I can't remember the name.
That's just rude. Been travelling with me
Where
for
would you
months.
like to go?
We need to go back to the slums.
We'll go to the slums.
Back
and,
to the slums.
We'll go see that beggar, the homeless one.
Same one you gave the gold to. So he is not there anymore. You gave that man a gold coin.
Yeah, you.
I didn't.
He's
want to
gone.
point that out.
He's gone. That man's starting a new life.
That's fine.
I mean, technically, yes, you've
I'm
done a
happy
good
that-
deed.
I'm happy I helped him.
That's enough money to get that man a nice little shack somewhere.
good. Better
Actually,
than being on these streets.
that makes me feel good, but also, that's money for our brewing business as well.
Ow, we're not really in business together.
You are my apprentice.
No,
You're
I'm
learning.
fucking not. I'm a doctor.
There is a lot of beggars knocking around,
Okay.
as well as the preaching guy. He's still in the corner.
The preaching guy might know.
What, you want to speak to the guy that's part of, obviously, whatever was going on that stage?
The
As a
eternal
witch?
fire wasn't around before Radovid came. It was obviously introduced by Radovid.
Yeah, and neither was the witch burning. You want to go and speak to him?
Yeah, but normally, like town criers and stuff are normally the people that know the most gossip.
He's definitely not a town crier.
Yeah, but the people that are the loudest shouting about shit normally know more about gossip.
What about the slums?
Yeah.
Is there another beggar around this place? I would imagine there's several.
There's loads.
Yeah, there's
loads.
loads.
There we go. How about we go to one of them?
Pick your pick.
Yeah, and you find an elderly woman begging.
An elderly woman.
Oh,
Oh, no, it's the fucking elf.
just an elderly woman.
That's an interesting piece.
No, he was more nerdy. This is an old woman.
Oh.
Oh,
Hello there, dearie. Right. All right there, dearie.
money for the poor.
I'll give you some money for the poor.
She holds her hand out.
Hey, I'll give him a copper.
Thank you.
I got a question for you.
And she looks down at the copper piece and holds her hand back out again.
That'll come in time, depending on what I get as information.
And the hand remains.
Can she give me a stink eye?
The hand
Right.
remains, and she does stare at you.
We're looking for a person. What's his name? He's the king of the slums or whatever.
Oh,
The king of beggars.
Yeah.
You see her eyes dart around. Don't say that name out loud.
Okay.
How
I
do you
will-
know about the king of beggars?
Kneel down. So
Okay.
I'm on her level.
Okay.
I
You
have
make
no-
eye contact with her.
I don't have to kneel anywhere.
There's a silver piece in it, if you can tell me where to find him.
He lives in Putrid Grove.
Yeah,
I
where
have a
where's
location.
that?
Where do I find him?
And she tells you that he's round the corner. But she's like, there's a door. You have to knock 3 times. And say the password.
My dear, look, we're not here to try and find this person, all right? If you could guide us there, there's a gold in it for you. We're not here to do harm for him or whatever. We're literally looking for someone else. But he knows the location, hopefully, of where this person is.
And she holds her hand out again.
Upon delivery.
Give me a persuasion check.
No.
What was it?
4.
Okay, she looks at you with a real stink eye. This isn't my first rodeo.
And I will
You pay first.
I will take my hood down.
Nor mine.
And she looks at you. I've been around a long time, young man.
I mean, this woman's basically on death's door. You're not going to ruin intimidate her. My dear, my friend, he is the scary type. He's the
Kill
stick.
me and no beggar will help you at all.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's more of the stick type, I'm more of the carrot type. How about gold right here, another gold when we get there?
Very well. Then she takes her hand out again.
I'll give her a gold.
Okay. And she very slowly gets to her feet and shuffles off. And you follow her through the streets of the slums, and eventually you come across a big, thick wooden door with one of those little slidey hatches. And she knocks 3 times on the door, and the hatch slides open, and the man looks in. Password: the crow rooster. That's it. And he opens the door. And she stands there, and she puts her hand out again.
Give the gold. Thank you very much, my dear.
And she shuffles off. And the man at the door stands there. Who are you?
I'll let the stick do the talking.
I'm a witcher, and I'm on the hunt. And I think you have someone I want.
I think it's best that you speak to the King of Beggars. He'll want to know that there's a witcher around.
I thought you'd never ask.
And he ushers you to follow him as he takes you to one of the buildings within this grove. And you look around you, and there's a few buildings in a big circle, all around a big tree in the middle. But the ground is mud and just disgusting. It's still part of the slums. And he leads you to this building, and he just ushers for you to go in.
I'll go in.
We'll go in. All right.
So as you walk in this small building, you round the corner, and sitting at this big desk with what looks like a 3D model of Novigrad in front of him is this rather rotund, bald man who's just overlooking the 3D model in front of him.
I will just cough as to not be too rude.
And he glances up, and you see him sort of look at each one of you, and then his eyes return to the Witcher. Hello, Witcher. I thought somebody of your kind would be through here again soon.
Again?
A man by the name of Geralt of Rivia
Oh,
came
fuck
here
me.
before you.
Get his eye twitch.
An associate?
Yes, he had a conversation with a witch from here and left.
And where is this witch now?
I assume you're looking for the same one, Triss Merigold.
I am.
She is away. She is doing something for Novigrad. She is to return perhaps within a week.
She's doing something for a city that's trying to kill her.
Triss Merigold is smuggling out alchemists and witches. She's trying to save people.
What a noble lady.
And where did she go?
They left on the boats. She returns from time to time, normally within a week, to take more people.
And where did this other witcher go?
He did not say, he just left.
Typical Geralt.
I'm not privy to that information.
Man keeps his trap shut. Right everywhere.
Plays his cards close to his chest, does Geralt.
Yeah.
Can I ask, please, Witcher, while you're here, the city needs a lot of help. There are jobs on the boards around. We need assistance. The city needs help. The guards, they do nothing but hunt for witches and alchemists. The city is crumbling. People need help.
I feel like...
From the slums to even the rich, nobody is helping us. Would you help us while you wait?
Can I pull out
Dimdish.
Can I pull out your cloak?
Sort it out.
All right. I roll up my non-existent sleeves. Here, Mr. King of Beggars. Nice to meet you. Dimdish stout drinker. Best brewer in all the land.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. If you're saying that there needs help for all these jobs, you know our friend. First off, we need locations for somewhere to base ourselves. Do you know an area where we could get decent lodgings?
The Witch Triss Marigold, she was being housed by a couple who were hiding her from the witch hunters. Perhaps they would take you in as well.
We've seen that place. Lovely place.
No, it's not her house. I'm aware that her house was raided. It's a different location in the slums.
Would you be able to send out contacts for this person or these people that may be able to take us in for the week?
I will send word to them.
Thank you very much. Second off, have you got a list of jobs you require?
I
for the
do
area?
not. It's just the city itself requires the jobs. The main notice board for the city lies in Hierarch Square.
Third off, you might or might not be able to tell by my okay-looking friend here.
And he glances at you.
She's not particularly adept at anything, really, but she is what you would equate to as a witch. With us being in the city for a week, how much would it be to get a false alias for this person?
The papers are easy to come by. I can sort that out, no problem. Can she not alter her appearance in any way?
If I do any magic, they might be able to track me.
The witch hunters are fools, really. They're not that good at their job. The poor woman they burnt at Hierarch Square today, she was not a witch.
I could tell.
Yeah, we
Weren't
didn't
pretty
think
enough.
she was.
They are
Not being
clutching-
rude.
They are clutching at straws. They are trying to find anything to keep the crowds going.
Also, if you require any jobs, let us know.
Of course.
And in payment for these jobs, could we rely on you for information?
The people who put out the contracts, they pay. But if you help the city, then I will help you in any way I can.
That would be lovely. Specifically, I would imagine, being king of said beggars, you have an information or a network of spies.
Mainly only within the slums, I'm afraid.
That's fine. If we send word through these spies to you, would you be able to assist us?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Apart from that, Witcher, anything else you want to add?
Maybe keep the witch talk to a minimum.
I mean, to be fair, in here, I'm okay with that. I mean, this guy, he seems already on the down low.
There are always traitors. One must be careful when they talk in public.
Hey, definitely. But that's fine. As long as we can rely on your network of people, you can rely on us to help the city.
And he nods.
Thank you very much. I'll extend my hand, shake yours.
He shakes your hand.
Thank you very much. Actually, just one thing on a side note, personal note. Brewing information and information for getting supplies. Anywhere in the city?
There are many, many markets around
Any
this
good
city.
ones? I'm talking good people.
The higher up you go, the more expensive and good the goods become.
Okay. Thank you very much anyway. Are we ready to go? Have you got any other questions, Witcher?
No, I'll just turn around.
Ren?
Nope.
Lovely. If we could get the location of this place, that would be excellent to set up our lodgings, and from there we can go.
So he gives you a brief description of the house that houses the couple that are going to be prepared to put you up while you're in the city.
Thank you very much.
And so you turn and you leave Putrid Grove with a set of jobs at hand to do. And on that note, it's time for us to chuff off. All you summoners can join us next time, where we find out what jobs are in store for our party of 3. If you've got any questions or queries, or just want to see what we're up to, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at How Not to Summon, or join our Discord at How Not to Summon a Podcast, or go to our Linktree to find all our links, or go to our brand new YouTube where all our vids are posted. I've been your DM, Shinny Senpai.
I've been Dimdish Stout Drinker.
I've been Velimir.
And I've been Ren.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Sarah!